In today's video, I'm going to be going over the best and most optimal keybinds in all of Fortnite. I've been playing for over 4 years now, and I've tested out almost every possible combination of keybinds, so I can help you guys who are either new to keyboard and mouse, or just looking for the best possible keybinds. Although having good keybinds doesn't just instantly make you a good player, they are crucial, and having the most optimal binds can definitely help you improve faster and reach a higher skill gap than those who don't. If you're on controller and want me to make a video just like this, but for controller keybinds, let me know in the comments down below. And with all that being said, let's hop right in the video. I forgot to mention this, but a mouse with 2 side buttons is pretty much a requirement for having good keybinds. You can get one for like $20 at Best Buy or something, and it gives you 2 extremely optimal free keybinds and relieves some of the stress from your left hand pressing all the buttons. So again, make sure you have a mouse with at least 2 side buttons. Let's get back to the video. Okay, so now let's talk about the actual keybinds. So the most important thing that kind of separates whether keybinds are optimal or not is you want the most important keybinds closest to WASD, so that's going to be your building binds, your editing bind, your pickup bind, etc. And you want them spaced out between your fingers. So what you don't want is, let's say, your wall on R, your floor on F, your cone on E, and your ramp on T. You press all 4 of those with your index finger, so if you were trying to do a complex retake, you just wouldn't be able to do it because your one finger is doing all the work. Okay, so for the rest of the video, I'm just going to go from top to bottom and list out all the keybinds from the movement tab to the miscellaneous tab and give a brief explanation on why they're optimal. So feel free to follow along, they should be on your screen. So starting it off in the movement tab, we're obviously going to play WASD for our movement and spacebar for jump. For the sprint button, which is tactical sprinting, I recommend caps lock, and the reason I recommend this is because it allows you to sprint and change directions at the same time. If you hit it with your pinky, you can still move left and right while you're sprinting, which allows you to have much better movement. For auto run, you can have that on whatever, you don't really need that. For crouching / sliding, I recommend left shift for the same reason I did for sprinting. It helps you a lot with crouch peeking, and being able to move both directions when you're crouching and sliding helps a ton. And to finish it off, force jog, toggle, and hold. I don't even know what those are, I'm not gonna lie. So don't even worry about it. I don't even think I have them bound to anything. Next up, we have the combat tab. Fire is obviously going to be on left click, and target or scoping in is going to be on right click. For reload, please do not keep it on R. Like, I know it's a default key, and I know they both start with R, but that is way too close for a button that you press maybe once per minute. If you don't take anything else out of this video, please put your reload on T. I don't know why so many people don't, and it irritates me when I see 99% of people wasting an extremely optimal bind. Now we're getting into some of the binds where you have multiple options, and I will admit that my binds, the ones you're seeing on screen, are not actually the best and most optimal binds for new players. I've just gotten so used to them that it's just not worth it for me to switch them. The binds I'm talking about are your use button and your shotgun bind, which in my case is weapon slot 2. If you didn't know, if you bind your use button to mouse wheel up or mouse wheel down, it allows you to pick up guns extremely fast by just scrolling it. When you're 50-50ing someone and you both land on a gun at the same time, if one person has scroll wheel pickup and the other one doesn't, then the person that does is going to get the gun 100% of the time. So pretty much what I'm trying to say here is if you're copying these off the screen, switch the use bind and weapon slot 2 or whatever button you have your shotgun bound to. Moving on down the list, now that we've freed up R, we're going to put that as our pickaxe, which is a button you're going to be pressing a lot and is way more important than reloading. For the rest of our weapon slots, we're going to use 3, 4, 5, and X. The reason I don't recommend using 1 and 2 is because for 2, you have to take your finger off W, and you always want to be able to move forward. And for 1, I just feel like it's kind of awkward. 3, 4, and 5 are much easier to press for me. If you find 1 easier to press, feel free to use it by all means. Before I go on to the most important part of this video, those of you who have been watching me for a while are probably wondering where I've been. I will be live on Twitch answering any questions you might have for the next 3-ish hours. Link will be in the description. So feel free to stop by. If you're watching this a few days or weeks after it's uploaded, I might still be live, who knows. So feel free to stop by, say hi, I'll answer any questions you guys might have. Again, link will be in the description. Okay, we are moving on to the last section of keybinds, the building tab. There's a lot of keybinds here, so I'm going to try and speed through them so I don't waste too much of your guys' time. Starting off with the crouch while building, make sure you have this on the same keybind that you had your regular crouching on, so left shift. For building binds, the most important thing here, like I said, is that you want them spaced out between your fingers. I recommend putting your wall and ramp on your 2 mouse side buttons, your floor on Q, and your cone on C. These 4 binds make it so your ring finger has 1 building bind, your thumb has 1 building bind, your right hand has 2 building binds, and your index finger has your edit bind. Next up we have traps, which I put on left control, repair, which I put on H, rotate building, which I put on G, building edit on F. Forgot to mention this, but if you've been playing on keyboard for a while and you use E to edit instead of F, that is totally fine. Both of them are equal and you can pretty much use them interchangeably, just go with the one that feels more comfortable. Crouch while editing, again, is going to be on left shift. Select building edit is going to be on left mouse button. And the final setting of the video, reset building edit, which is actually one of the most important keybinds in the game. With this one, you're going to want to make sure you have scroll wheel reset on. Scroll wheel reset pretty much just allows you to reset walls instantly by just scrolling your mouse up or down. To bind this, you want to go to the second tab of your building edit, so just to the right of F. In that box, you want to click on it, and then you just want to scroll your mouse wheel down. Then you want to do the same thing for the second box, so click on it, scroll your mouse wheel down for the reset building edit. Now if you go up to any wall, or any building piece for that matter, if you just scroll your mouse wheel down, it should instantly reset it. I'll show you guys on screen. So again, go to the second box of building edit and reset building edit, and then just scroll your mouse wheel down. A few last settings that I forgot to mention. I put my map on B and my inventory on V. If you want to use V as your inventory, make sure you unbind V from toggle inventory and bind it in cursor mode. I don't know why Fortnite doesn't allow you to use Z, X, or V as inventory binds unless you use cursor mode. What this does is pretty much makes you hold down V if you want to access your inventory, so the second you take your finger off V, it's going to close your inventory. For me, I don't really mind it that much. If you think it's a problem, you can switch it to anything besides V, X, or Z. That's an open slot. Finally, ping/place marker should be on middle mouse button. I think that's everything. If I missed something, please let me know. I'll gladly help you out. That's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps me out. Figured I'd throw in some clips of me free building at the end so you guys can see that these binds are actually real legit binds. I'm not just giving you guys random ones. If you're struggling with them, just know it takes time. Keep up the grind. You can do it. See you guys in the next video.